Welcome back to Polo Line TV. Really excited to be here for the second game of the day here. UAE, the champions of the 2023 British Open, coming up against La Magdalene. What a treat this one promises to be. We're here on Polo Line TV. A warm welcome to all of our viewers around the world. We're also, of course, commentating live at Cowdray Park, as we are for all of the high goal, medium goal games at Cowdray throughout the season. Please do watch us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X. Let us know where you're watching from, what you think of the games. We're just about to get the game underway. So UAE, La Magdeleine, the second game of the Trippetts Challenge Cup, just about to get underway here on Lawns Ground number 2. We all remember last watching UAE on this ground, July 2023. Lucan Monteverde running through and scoring that golden goal in the Gold Cup final in the final seconds. So I'll take you through the two teams just in a minute or so. We do have news of one substitution. It is Bridget Boer playing in this contest in place of Her Highness Sheikha Meta, unable to make this game. So UAE, they line up with Bridget Boer at number 1 of 0 goals, Teo Lacau at number 2 of 7 goals, Lucan Monteverde at number 3 of 7 goals, and England's highest rated player, Tommy Beresford, playing at the back, the captain of 8 goals. La Magdeleine, Alexander Garesse at number 1 of 0 goals. Facundo Fernandez Llorente, he plays at number 2 of 8 goals. Hero del Carril at number 3 of 8 goals. And Santi Laborde at back of 6 goals. Both sides, 22 goals, 6 chuckers here in this Trippetts Challenge. Both of these sides returning players from the previous seasons. Teo Lacavo coming in place of Barto Castagnola for UAE. And you have Hero del Carril in place of Pablo McDonough. 2 umpires, Peter Wright, Henry Fisher. Third man here in the stand is Ben Turner. Warm welcome to everybody here at the ground today. Thank you so much for braving the cloud and wind. It's great to see so many people here for this Trippetts Challenge game. We are also exclusively live on Polo Line TV as well. If you are watching on Polo Line TV or even here at the ground, do let us know what you think. Polo Line OK on Instagram, Polo Line Int on Facebook, and Polo Line TV on YouTube as well. But here at the ground, we are just about to get underway. It's UAE in those white shirts playing against La Magdeleine in the blue and gold. Great to see Alexander Garesse back here with his lineup this season. As we said, Hero del Carril, a player who has been making waves throughout the high goal circuits around the world, comes in place of Pablo McDonough from the same lineup last year, and it's fascinating to see Teo Lacau, the young number 2, playing for UAE in place of Barto Castagnola from that victorious side in the British Open last season. We saw Marques de Riscal. They won the opening game of the day convincingly in the end. And now is the turn of the reigning champions, last year's semi-finalists, and we are underway. The ball in play, and it comes out straight away here for Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente goes to the left-hand side. He's being tracked closely now by Lacau. Back there as well is Tommy Beresford, but it's here with Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente with a shot into the pony there of Tommy Beresford. Warm welcome here to those perhaps not totally familiar with the game. I'll take you through the rules as we go. That one, the opposition player just a little bit close to the player with the ball, so they had to have a little bit more space before opening the shoulders and hitting it long. So it's going to go against the La Magdeleine player. Umpires just explaining that, needing the space. So it's going to be just from a spot here in favour of UAE. Tommy Beresford with the chance for his side. Beresford. Staying close initially will be Monteverdi. What's your run of Monteverdi now to the right-hand side? These two combining so well as a duo. Sending it long now, Monteverdi, looking to see if he can find Lecao on the run. He's closed out there by Del Carril. Del Carril now here for La Magdeleine, left for Laborde. He leaves it in turn for Fernandez Llorente. The flyby there is Bridget Boa, attempted to get a touch on the ball, nothing there, so it's going to be here now with Laborde. Again, he leaves it for Del Carril. Del Carril, he just saw an opportunity open up, but it's going to go wide to the left-hand side of the goalpost. And that will be UAE with possession on the back line. Chance here to come again, but under some early pressure. The UAE goalmouth. So, UAE, they come again. It's here now with Tommy Beresford. Looks out left to see if he can find Monteverdi. Monteverdi couldn't stop there and get control of the ball. So it's going to come again here for Fernandez Llorente and La Magdeleine. Fernandez Llorente just goes to the left-hand side. Now into the right. Look at the speed of movement there as he opens up some space. Goes for a next shot. And what a score that is. The opening goal of the game goes in favour of La Magdeleine. Fernandez Llorente, his first season here in the high goal last season. Amazing little dink to the right-hand side before finishing with the next shot. The goal is scored. Players come back to the centre of the field. Ends, of course, change as they do after every goal is scored. Ball goes in play. Here now with Monteverdi. Monteverdi just scooping underneath the pony of Del Carril, but it's stolen away again by Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente looking to go for La Magdeleine again, just to bounce of the ball, picks it up. Fernandez Llorente being chased every step away, leaves it behind. Beresford with the backhand, turning onto it first though will be Laborde. Laborde, good riding by Boa, but Laborde underneath the pony. Luke and Monteverdi coming in as well, hooked up the play as Monteverdi able to spin it around here for UAE. Boa goes to the left, to the right hand side is Beresford as it's left behind now, and Tommy Beresford will pick it up for the white shirts of UAE. Beresford has a look down the ground, having to see if he can find Teo Lecao. Lecao just has a look. Luke and Monteverdi thought about going on the run. Comes in behind. Lecao called off the play by Monteverdi. Monteverdi taps the ball. Now sends it to the left-hand side, seeing if he can find Beresford on the run. It's going to be left a little bit short and brought away now by Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente here for La Magdeleine. Just keeping it close to the left-hand side there of Monteverdi. Monteverdi waiting as he looks to see where Del Carril goes. Del Carril taking on Tommy Beresford. Beresford just beaten for speed, but the umpires are going to stop play with a whistle. So we have a look here on the instant replay. You see here the ball with Fernandez Llorente. Sending it up for Del Carril. Del Carril, it looked like may have had the near side play. We'll see if the umpires on the field do give that decision. And it is indeed in favour of UAE. Del Carril just had the play on the near side before he came across in front of Tommy Beresford. So it's going to be a penalty shot in favour of UAE just from the spot. So Beresford with the tap. Monteverdi staying close. Monteverdi goes out left. He's got Laborde there in front of him. Still here though with Luke and Monteverdi, the young superstar of the game. And look at that by Luke and Monteverdi. He spotted a gap. He went for it. Luke and Monteverdi. This player comes back year on year, getting better and better. And what a goal that was by Luke and Monteverdi. And you see the players in this warm-up tournament, they will take the opportunity to change halfway through each chukker. So they go off and change onto fresh ponies. What a goal that was, though, by Lucan Monteverdi. So players make their way back onto the field of play. Players will come back to the centre of the ground. Just a reminder for those who are here this afternoon for the first time. The aim of the game, getting the ball between the two yellow posts at either end. Every time a goal is scored, players come back to the centre of the field. A chukker is 7 minutes, but here in this warm-up tournament, you will see the players being allowed to go off and change every 3.5 minutes. That's due to the fact the Queen's Cup gets underway on Tuesday before we come here for the British Open at the end of June. Now, Luca Monteverde bringing it round for UAE. Luca Monteverde sends it looking for Lecao. Lecao needs to get past Del Carril, who's there in defence. Del Carril ridden out of it. It looked there like Lecao may well have just ridden underneath the swing of Del Carril as he waited. So you have a look here at the instant replay. You see here Del Carril had control of the ball and just riding over the swing was Lecao. And it's going to be a penalty just from the spot here in favour of La Magdeleine. Santi Laborde, long-time pro here of La Magdeleine. Taps the ball, sends it out to the left-hand side, seeing if he can send Herod Del Carril on his way. Del Carril, finalist previously in the Gold Cup with Dubai, sends it up the ground, looking for Fernandez Llorente, and Fernandez Llorente thought about going, just slows it down again. Now he does send the ball on down the ground. It's great combination play. It's Del Carril with the shot towards the goal. The goal is scored, and the players, they have come out flying in this opening of our six chuckers. It's another one for La Magdeleine, and this time it's Herod Del Carril showing his class out in front, finished it off with the next shot. And La Magdeleine, 1.5 minutes remaining in this first chucker, lead the game 2-1 as the players make their way back to the halfway line. Ball goes in play. It's just off the pony there of Bridget Bowen. It falls now for Lecao. He's hooked out the play by Laborde, but quickly onto it is Tommy Beresford. Beresford bringing the ball underneath his spell. Lecao goes out right. Beresford goes longer still, looking to see if he can find Bow on the near side. It's good riding by Garesse to take Bow out for play. They've all left it behind, and it's going to be Laborde. Laborde spinning it round in front of Tommy Beresford. Beresford just applying a little bit of pressure. Comes in on the near side. Nothing on the ball, though, so it's here now with Herod Del Carril. Ridden out of it by Luca Monteverde. Sorry, no, it's Bridget Bower. Bridget Bower, great work being done by her, but the whistle just comes down on the play. As we have a look here on the instant replay, Bridget Bower, great work by her there, coming in. It looked like Del Carril, just having a look on the instant replay here, just fouled the second man. It was amazing work by Bridget Bower. Del Carril just came across, and it's going to be a penalty to 30-yard shot in favour of UAE. Tommy Beresford, there's plenty on that. The goal is scored. Tommy Beresford makes it 2-2, and the players will come back to the centre of the ground. So players back in the centre of the ground. It's going to be La Magdeleine heading back towards the scoreboard end. It's out the back of the line out. It's going to be picked up here by Laborde. Laborde spinning around. Great hook by Beresford, reaching those long arms out, but it's going to fall again for Del Carril. With him there is Monteverde. Umpires happy for Del Carril just to continue down. Del Carril now in between Monteverde and Beresford. Look at that by Herod Del Carril. Taking it right, then goes left. Just left it behind at the last attempt as Beresford cleans it up. There's a chance for a counter as they go. The backhand being played for Teo Lecao. Lecao picks it up for UAE, and it's a horse race between Lecao and Fernandez Llorente. Bridget Bower, she's gone down the ground calling for a pass, but the connection isn't quite there, and it's going to be Fernandez Llorente to bring it across. Fernandez Llorente here now for La Magdeleine. Just has a look behind him. He's going to have Laborde come in as we hear the first buzzer go. Laborde, big bump and a ride off there by Lucan Monteverde. Still though here with Santi Laborde in between Beresford and Monteverde. They've got about 15 seconds to play with now. As going down the ground is Del Carril calling for the pass. Strong play by Laborde, but Monteverde reads it and comes back in defence. Told he's got time to bring it round. The umpire's happy as Del Carril steals it. Tail backhand up towards the back line. Still play continues as we head towards the end of this opening chukker. There is the second buzzer. Let's hear it, everybody. Show your appreciation. What an opening chukker. It's UAE 2, La Magdeleine 2. So welcome back here to Polo Line TV, in between the chuckers, that UAE organisation. Such a strong group in there. You see Lucas Monteverde, the father of Lucan, the manager behind the magic there for UAE. Back on the field of play then. A great opening chucker there. I think we just ran out of time. Just see if there was any foul called on the play, but if it was running out of time, it would just be roll in off the back line. See there, Pepe Heggie in the tent for La Magdeleine. The coaching experience for both these sides. Do let us know, as I said, where you're watching this game from, virtually online. Leave your comments, what you think. It's back on field of play here. We will indeed be underway, just with a roll in front of that goal being attacked by La Magdeleine. What a handful of goals we've already seen. All of those will be available to view on the Polo Line TV app after the game, as Lucan Monteverde, the scorer of one of those goals, sends it long, looking to see if he can find Lecao. Lecao, though, ridden out the play by Del Carril, called for the tail backhand on the turn there by Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente with the next shot towards the goal, and look at that, it's just going to creep wide of the right-hand side, though. Lovely play by Del Carril, and Fernandez Llorente knew exactly what each other were thinking, but the goal shot just goes right. So it's going to be Tommy Beresford with the ball on the back line for UAE. Beresford, going to meet him there was Fernandez Llorente. Just about got away with that one, did Tommy Beresford. Tommy Beresford takes it up a little bit further still, but this time Fernandez Llorente does get him. Monteverde, though, had helped, and now two of them were sucked in, so it could actually work for UAE. Lecao takes away the man, and Tommy Beresford comes through flying. Tommy Beresford being chased there by Fernandez Llorente, just slows it down a step. Beresford now just deflects off the back of his pony, and it falls now for Santi Laborde. Laborde underneath the pony of Monteverde. Monteverde not giving up the chase throw and does come away with possession now for UAE. Laborde comes back in, nothing on the play, but he's helped out by his teammate Fernandez Llorente, and does eventually slow things down and bring it under his control. Monteverde told to clear out the way by the umpires. Sends it out long left, looking now for Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente taking on Lecao. Lecao now watch down the centre of the ground. Calling for the pass is Laborde. Laborde wants it. Laborde gets it. Has he got the speed? Has he got the vision? He brings it down. Sorry, it's Del Carril. Del Carril now for La Magdeleine. Can he finish it off? Herod Del Carril. What a score by La Magdeleine. Del Carril running through. You wondered whether he'd control it on the near side. He did that and more. Scored the goal for his side, and La Magdeleine back out in front here. What an attack that was by the team in blue and gold. So players back to the centre of the ground. Probably time for a couple more players before the players go off and change. And it's here now again with Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente looking to take on Lucan Monteverde. Runs out the outside. Called off now by Laborde. Laborde taking on Tommy Beresford. Beresford slows Laborde down to a walk. Now he goes out round the outside. It's Santi Laborde with the shot into the body of Lucan Monteverde. And again, as we saw earlier on in the game, the umpires aren't going to be happy with the power on the shot so close to an opposition player. So this one likely to be UAE ball. Again, the umpires, Henry Fisher and Peter Wright out there, your two umpires this afternoon, just explaining to both sets of players that need for space if you are going to put the muscle behind it. Watch out here in front of a player. You've got Lecao taking Herod Del Carril as far away as he can, providing an option as well. Once again, you saw Fernandez Llorente. He went in. He's beaten. There's an overlap if they can use it. Tommy Beresford puts plenty of distance on it, and it's good play by Del Carril in defence. Del Carril now for La Magdeleine. Del Carril, big bump and a ride off there by Lecao. Nothing on possession. It looks like it just got stuck in the ground. The umpires having a look. They're happy for play to continue as it's still here now with Fernandez Llorente. Stolen away by Monteverde. Monteverde sends it back looking for Beresford. Beresford and Monteverde, such a dynamic duo. They know exactly where each other once again are going to be, as it's here now with Beresford. Takes it left of Del Carril. Still now with Tommy Beresford. He's got a chance from here. You saw exactly what he was thinking. I'm not quite sure he's got the distance. Someone may yet finish it off, but the umpires have stopped them before anybody could. Having a look here on the instant replay, you see Tommy Beresford sends it long down the ground. Boa coming through. I wonder whether they may well have blown Garesse in front of Bridget Boa. So as players go off and change again here at the halfway point of a second chukker. Just had a look at the instant replay here. It looked like Bridget Boa was coming down on the line. Just in front of her was Alexandre Garesse. And it's going to be a penalty to 30-yard shot in favour of UAE. So Tommy Beresford with the 30-yard penalty. No mistake at all. And the England 8-goal player, Tommy Beresford, scores the goal for UAE. 3 goals apiece halfway through the second of our 6 chukkers. A reminder, there was rain-impacted play in this tournament. It was supposed to be the final today. That final instead is taking place on Monday. Do keep your eyes out on the website or on the Polo Line TV app as well for confirmation of exactly who will be in that final, the timings and locations, before the Queen's Cup gets underway up at Guards on Tuesday. So now, here is Lucan Monteverde. He's got no play on it, so Laborde takes over. Laborde sends it out left. He's looking to see if he can find Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente, look at the speed, but Lecao was quick to it. Tommy Beresford with the backhand, looking to see if he can find Lucan Monteverde. Monteverde had the space in front of Del Carril. The umpires are happy as he spins it back round. Monteverde takes it now to the left, opens up a bit of space on the ground in front of him, puts plenty of distance on that one, looking to see if he can find Tommy Beresford. Big bump and a ride off here in front of a grandstand by Laborde, but Tommy Beresford strong to it, spins it round, open backhand into the body there with Bridget Boa. Great play, little open backhand in front of Del Carril. Bridget Boa, what a game she is having so far out here. We saw the work that Kaylee Smith did in place of Her Highness Sheikha Mehta last year, and Bridget Boa doing that as well as this game goes on. It's found by Tommy Beresford. Beresford there in front of Fernandez Llorente. Beresford reaches out. Tommy Beresford just wide to the right-hand side. Not many players have the frame to reach out like Beresford do, all 6'7" of him. But it went just wide right, and it's going to be La Magdeleine with the ball here on the back line. Laborde taps it in. Staying close to him there initially was Del Carril. Now watch for Del Carril going for right-hand side and to the left Fernandez Llorente. Every single player watched Del Carril, and that is why Fernandez Llorente has all the space in the world out here as it's here with Fernandez Llorente. Laborde calling for it. Laborde wants it. It might just reach him on the near side, and it does, but Lecao is in close attendance. Laborde somehow found it. The umpires didn't like how he found it. The whistler's gone. Will be interesting to see which way this one goes, though. So as we have a look here on the instant replay on Polo Line TV, the ball sent long up the ground. You saw Lecao just came across. This one could go against Lecao. We'll see what the umpires say. So we have the benefit of the instant replay on Polo Line TV, and it just looked like Lecao actually may have been the one who got in front of Laborde as he was coming through. Clever play in attack, and it is indeed going to go in favour of La Magdeleine. They're going to move it up. You'd think pretty close to that goal. There wasn't a lot of defence, so it looks like it's going to be a 40-yard penalty in favour of the blue and gold shirts of La Magdeleine. Del Carril with the penalty. You don't stop those. If that's one's gone through, the umpires confirm it. 4-3. La Magdeleine back out in front. See Del Carril just looking around there at Lucan Monteverde. Came close to hitting him. What a beautiful strike by Del Carril. It's quite a player to come in and replace Pablo McDonough. Part of the King Power team this year, McDonough, but Del Carril fitting in easily so far with this La Magdeleine side. So exciting in that journey to the semi-finals last season, as it's here now with Del Carril. Del Carril to his right-hand side goes Laborde. Long drive down the ground. Look at that by Del Carril. Look at a stretch of play, but spotting it in defence is Monteverde. Monteverde has to look behind him for Tommy Beresford. For little dummy backhand just sold Fernandez Llorente, so Monteverde can spin it back around. And now watch Lucan Monteverde go. Slows it down. Monteverde, Beresford, calls for a pass. Monteverde kept it for a second, then eventually does send it. Lecao is coming back to see if he could get there. Was it met? Yes, it is. And it's going to come straight back at them, but Lecao had the peace of mind just to take away Fernandez Llorente. Monteverde confident enough to go underneath the stick of Fernandez Llorente. Sent it up the ground, looking to bring Boa into play, but she was taken away by Laborde. So it's going to be here now with Del Carril. We're in the closing stages now of this second chukker. Garesse just behind him as well as we hear the first buzzer go. Here's Lucan Monteverde. Garesse, he comes in. The umpires, I think I heard a whistle. If not, it's been sent through. The goal is scored. We'll see whether there was a whistle. The flag is waving. Either way, let's hear it again for both sets of players. It's a display they're both putting on out there. It's the end of a second chukker, and we'll see how we get underway in a minute or two.
I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1,000,000 deals. Where's my pen? Bitch, I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks. I like going to the Tula, I put rocks all in my watch. I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance. I like proving niggas wrong, I do what they say I can't. They call me Cardi, Cardi, banging body, spicy mommy, hot tamale, hotter than a Somali. Bird, go, Ferrari.
Players make their way back out on to a field of play. So the umpires played the advantage there at the end of a second chukker. So the goal, it stood 4 goals apiece. La Magdeleine, UAE. So ball goes back in play. Picked up here in the centre by Monteverde. Monteverde looking to take on Fernandez Llorente. Llorente sends it long down the ground, seeing if he can find Laborde. Laborde pushing up the ground hard. Monteverde comes back in defence. Uses Tommy Beresford as the blocker. Still here now with Monteverde. Look at the speed in which Monteverde just picking up the bounce on the ball. Brings it under his control. With him still is Fernandez Llorente. Monteverde sends it out right looking for Tommy Beresford. Beresford scoops in there in front of Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente there had the line. Sends it back now looking for Laborde. Laborde in front of Beresford. Beresford gets the hook. Hera Del Carril over the top. Draws a whistle from the umpires. Looks like there that Monteverde had the ball. Picked up the line here even as Del Carril on the near side. So whistle in favour of UAE. So that's going to be here with Tommy Beresford on that beautiful grey pony out there in this third chukker. Beresford picks it up. Closing him down again is Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente just watches those. Tommy Beresford sends it out left looking for Lucan Monteverde. Monteverde just there in his slipstream is Laborde. So it's still here now with Monteverde. Monteverde sends it up long, looking to see if he can find Bridget Boer. She's ridden out of it well, but she gets round. Look at the play there by Bridget Boer. Boer, can she get round? Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente quick to it, and it's here now with Harold Del Carril. Del Carril to his left goes Fernandez Llorente. Oh, look at that by Tommy Beresford, but they'd all gone back, so he's all on his own. Defending from the front, so it's picked up here by Del Carril. Del Carril, he's going to hope it stays in play as he does, as it deflects off the boards. But there again is Lucan Monteverde. Good strength there by Laborde to make Monteverde leave it, but it's there with Beresford. Beresford, little golf chip right to Monteverde. Monteverde approaches the 60-yard mark, takes it out left, deflects off the pony, can't pick it up the second time, and here now comes Laborde. Laborde, look for Del Carril. Del Carril and Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente picks it up there in front of Tommy Beresford. Del Carril wants the pass, but Fernandez Llorente has other ideas initially. In comes Monteverde. Look at the speed there. Lucan Monteverde, the defence he has added to his game this season so far. Just improving game after game, this young superstar of the game. But as we say about his teammate Lecao, maybe in a spot of trouble with the umpires. Great play it was there by Lucan Monteverde. The tail backhand. Lecao had the near side play, came across on the offside. And it will be probably a spot hit penalty in favour of La Magdeleine. Few players going off and changing. We're not at the official halfway point of the chukker as of yet. So the umpire's calling play. La Magdeleine suddenly realising they've got to get back quickly. And it is going to be Fernandez Llorente. Closing him down straight away is Lecao. Fernandez Llorente, has he found the exit? It's just wide to the left. And it's going to be UAE ball off the back line. Beresford. Watch for Monteverde. Monteverde stays close. Went left, now goes right, goes left again. Monteverde calls for a pass. If nothing else, he's dragged a couple of players away with him, and now he does have space to the right for Lecao. Lecao having looked to see where Monteverde's gone. Monteverde down the middle. So is Tommy Beresford. Beresford calling for a pass, and Beresford gets a pass. Beresford now for UAE. Closing it down quickly there, Del Carril. The two captains coming together. Boa, she calls for a pass at the front, and it's delivered, but she's not quite going to get there. Good defensive work by Garesse, taking Boa away, and it's here now with Laborde. Laborde up against Beresford. Beresford just made life difficult. Great play again by Boa, who got the hook on Del Carril. But La Magdeleine regroup and come together. As away again, it comes Del Carril. Now they've got some space, a little bit of an overlap down the centre. Somehow Laborde, oh, he was all on his own. You hear some grasps from the crowd in front of me. They knew Laborde was away if he could pick that one up. But back now goes Tommy Beresford. Open backhand, looking for Monteverde. Monteverde now in front of Fernandez Llorente. Still Monteverde spinning it round. Just manipulating that little bit of line, making sure that La Magdeleine don't have a shot on the ball as he sends it out left, looking for Beresford. In comes Del Carril on the near side. Look at that. that. He reaches out and he gets it. But turning first, that may well have been Laborde, is Luca Monteverde. Oh, it's stolen. Can he get round? Not quite. That's breathless stuff up there as Llorente comes through. Still Monteverde comes. Now the umpires do blow the whistle. And that was given against UAE, as you see here on the instant replay again. Look how Del Carril just gets there, gets that line. Monteverde wasn't quite shoulder to shoulder, so it's going to go down the ground, and it's in favour of La Magdeleine. And the players will now take that chance halfway through the chukker, those who didn't previously, to change on to some fresh ponies. Just over 2.5 minutes, it looks like, left to go still in this first half. So umpires giving the players just a little bit of time. But it will be a penalty to 30-yard shot. We saw Marques to Riscal with their first victory earlier on in the day. Both these sides undefeated, 1 win out of 1. Final taking place on Monday. Marques to Riscal looked very impressive, so that shows you how strong a start to the season La Magdeleine have had. So Del Carril with the penalty to 30-yard, undefended, easy as you like. The goal is scored, and La Magdeleine, they get their noses back in front here in this third chukker. Back in the centre, ball in play. Just a little touch on it there by Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente looks to go to the left of Monteverde. Using Laborde there as the blockers. Fernandez Llorente. Oh, it's stolen by Monteverde, but the umpire's not happy with that as the whistle is blown. So umpires just having a discussion which way this one is going to go. Both players feel like it should be in their favour. Few welcomes watching with us online. Pablo Almeida from Cordoba, Argentina. Abu Bakr Farouk Jirin watching from Karuna, Nigeria. Jane Fielding, hello, from Portugal. And Jodie Roberts watching from Spokane. So ball comes back in play. No foul was the decision, so just a roll in. And it will be here now with La Magdeleine and Laborde. Laborde taking it up towards Tommy Beresford. Beresford just forcing Laborde to leave it in turn for Fernandez Llorente. Running down the ground still, but back comes Monteverde with the near side backhand. Monteverde looking to see if he can find Lecao. Lecao just about gets there. Can he get round? Del Carril, not this time. It's going to come back instead for Fernandez Llorente. Tail backhand looking for Laborde, and Laborde, he turns quickly. Monteverde turns quicker, but the line is still there with Laborde. Laborde, Del Carril goes right. To the left goes Fernandez Llorente. Into the centre it went. Beresford tried to pick it up. He left it behind. Monteverde, he comes in. The umpires once again blowing the whistle, getting a little bit scrappy here as we enter the final stages of this first half. As we have a look here on the replay, Beresford couldn't quite get there. Garesse was there. Monteverde came in front. And I think the umpire's just saying Garesse got a little bit stuck in front of Monteverde, so it's going to be a spot hit penalty in front of UAE. Just over a minute to go now in this third chukker. Tommy Beresford, England's highest rated player, Tommy Beresford, sends it to the right hand side, looking to see if he can find Lucan Monteverde again. Monteverde has to concede the line, so it's going to be Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente spins it right, looks out in front to see if there's any runners out in front. He does have one in Laborde. Behind him is Del Carril, but stealing it from both is Lucan Monteverde, and UAE bring it round again. Monteverde, Lecao, he was gone, but Monteverde hits it into the pony, so it's Del Carril spinning there in front of, it's Laborde in front of Beresford. Laborde now being chased every step of the way by Lecao, but it's still here now with Laborde. Called off the play by Fernandez Llorente, but picking up the line, if there's another whistle in the game. Tommy Beresford, it was coming down the line. On the near side there, probably better taking it himself would have been Laborde. Not the best of views on that one, but it was Tommy Beresford coming down, picking up the line. And a spot hit in favour of UAE. So a minute to go here in the first half. Can UAE bring us back level, or will La Magdeleine pull further away clear? You will see Monteverde sends it out right, looking for Lecao. Lecao picks it up in front of Laborde. Laborde waiting patiently as it's still here with Teo Lecao, his first season here in high goal polo in England, sent up towards the goal, but doesn't quite have the accuracy. Beresford scoops back in, keeps it in play. La Magdeleine claiming it's gone over the back line. The umpires eventually did say it was over the back line. So it's going to be La Magdeleine ball. So after 2.5 chukkers, a pretty flat-out end-to-end running. We're just slowed down a little bit here as we approach the end of the first half. Of course, we will ask you to make your way out onto the field, tread in any divots at the halfway point. Let the players refresh and come back out again as it's here now with Laborde. Laborde sends it out left to Del Carril. He's got to be careful as Beresford comes in. Oh, Laborde just got there. It looked for a second like Del Carril may take a tumble, but Beresford, he stayed up. Still now with Tommy Beresford. Beresford takes it to the left. Now looking to take on Del Carril again. And this time Del Carril is smart to it. He's got, so this is Laborde. There goes the first buzzer. And it's going to be sent down the ground by Laborde, looking for Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente running away in front of Tommy Beresford. The buzzer's gone, so there's about 15 seconds to go. Can he get there in time? It's Fernandez Llorente out in front here for La Magdeleine. Just takes a check behind him as he's caught now by Beresford. Fernandez Llorente, he hasn't got long to go. Lucan Monteverde, he comes in, and UAE, they survive. Driven down the ground by Lucan Monteverde. A few of the players, they come to a halt. They know probably the danger is done for now, as we do hear the second buzzer ago. So let's hear it live again for both sets of players. It is a halfway point, 5-4. If I could please ask you all to make your way out onto the ground, tread in some divots. We're going to have a short break while the players refresh to come again. The second half of the Trippetts Challenge to come. And here on Polo Line TV, we will go to one of the protagonists of this game, Herod Del Carril.
Placer estar acá y con la Magdeleine, la verdad que una organización increíble. Es un placer, tenés todo, estás muy cómodo, nada, la verdad que muy agradecido de que me hayan invitado, de que me hayan llamado Facu y nada, a tratar de hacerlo mejor acá. La verdad que acá desde el día 1 del año pasado, bueno, ya que estuvimos hablando con el equipo, con Pepe, con Alex, con Santi Gómez, que está ahí también ayudando afuera, la onda es nada, casi somos amigos. Yo con Facu ya jugué varios años, tengo una relación cercana y muy cercana, y la verdad que es un placer. El día 1 es salir a disfrutarlo, a divertirse, obviamente tratar de ganar, pero todo te lo hace que la pases bien y que la diaria sea un buen programa. No, la verdad que ves ahora 19 equipos, es una temporada súper competitiva, que también es lo que lo hace atractiva, creo yo. Mirás los equipos y decís, no sé por cuál irías para que gane la Copa, que también para verlo y para jugarlo, la verdad que es una cosa impresionante, y para verlo de afuera también, o sea, todos los partidos, no sabes quién va a la cancha viendo sin saber qué va a ganar, y nada, yo creo que es ir partido a partido, como es siempre, pero es tratar de ir partido a partido, porque cualquier partido que pierdas te puede dejar afuera, y ganando vas en camino, pero es ir de a poco.
So as we have a look here at the stats, welcome back on Polo Line TV all around the world. 4-5, UAE, the champions of the British Open last year, trail as we stand. A couple of field goals by UAE, 3 by La Magdeleine. La Magdeleine just edging the throw-ins. A couple too many fouls for each side, good from penalty spot on each side as well. And as the players back on the field of play, we will bring your attention to Lawns Ground at number 2, the venue of the British Open, the climax of the high goal season in the end of July. This is where it will all happen again, as it's Tommy Beresford now bringing the ball back into play. Beresford has a look out to his left-hand side. Lecao goes up the centre, calling for a pass, but watching him there is Fernandez Llorente. Open backhand played, finding Del Carril. Del Carril spins it back round. Laborde runs away in front. Look for Fernandez Llorente to the left if it stays in play, which it does. Fernandez Llorente leaves it behind. Garesse coming round. Beresford, he's there. Tommy Beresford just steals it away. Tommy Beresford now has Monteverde out in front of him. Tommy Beresford looking for his young teammate Luca Monteverde. Luca Monteverde up against Laborde. Laborde's defence is good, but not quite good enough as Monteverde taps it through the goal. And UAE, they bring us back level here at the beginning of the 4th chukker. Just see there how Monteverde toyed with Laborde at the end, able just to tap it through the goal. Luca Monteverde, as we say, we know how good he is running to goal. This year looks to have added just that extra defensive dimension to his game. So the beginning of the second half getting underway in the manner in which we saw much for the first 2.5 chukkers in any case. And they've gone again, UAE, with Lecao. Lecao called off the play by Beresford. Beresford sends it long, looking for Monteverde. The two combine. Del Carril goes back quickly. Monteverde on the near side, wide. Wide to the left-hand side. You all wondered whether he was going to get the quick 1-2, but wide. Wide left, and it will be La Magdeleine. Here with Del Carril. Del Carril, Laborde now on the ball. Del Carril calling for the pass. Laborde still can't quite find Del Carril, so spinning round is Tommy Beresford. Beresford just didn't quite get hold of it, and you saw spinning onto the line of the play was Del Carril. Tommy Beresford had the chance there. Del Carril, Monteverde just getting in his way. And it's going to be a spot hit in favour of La Magdeleine as Monteverde just got stuck in front of the La Magdeleine player. So here again is Laborde. Santi Laborde to his left-hand side goes Del Carril. Del Carril calls for it. He gets it. Watch for Fernandez Llorente. Calling for the pass at the front. It's the long drive by Del Carril. Looking to bring Fernandez Llorente into it, but the bounce of the ball just takes it away, and Tommy Beresford spins onto it in time and space. Beresford. With him again is Monteverde. Monteverde underneath the stick there, Fernandez Llorente. UAE looking to bring it back around here again as Fernandez Llorente just slows him down at the front. So sends it out left now, looking for Tommy Beresford. Beresford has the time now with Del Carril staying close by. Beresford behind him comes Monteverde. Still now with Beresford. Oh, he's left it behind. A rare mistake by Tommy Beresford. And it's Del Carril driving it from 100 yards plus. I'm not quite sure it's going to have the accuracy as it just goes wide to the right-hand side. The opportunity opened up just for a split second, but unable to find the goalpost, and the umpires say go off and change. We're at the halfway point of this 4th chukker, and we're all tied, 5 goals all. Have a look again as these players. Great to see so many players. I think you see Hazel Jackson there, of course, 10-goal lady player in the UAE tent. Tommy Beresford, England's 8-goal player. Of course, his father, Charles Beresford, long-time player here at Cowdray Park. His older brother, Will Beresford, played in the Gold Cup, high goal as well. And as the players come back onto field, that little opportunistic snapshot hit by Del Carril wide to the right. And Tommy Beresford will bring it back in play. Beresford has a look to see where Monteverde goes. Monteverde, he's out on that pony. That one we saw him score the winning goal in the Gold Cup last year on. It's Lucan Monteverde. Just slows it down. Tommy Beresford down the centre. Monteverde spins round, brings control, spins back the other way. Monteverde gives it now to Lecao, and just coming across in front of him was Del Carril. You watch these players, they will try and get away with that more and more and say that the opposition player had stopped. There was no danger to it. Sometimes they get away with it, but the umpires stop them in their tracks. This time round, it's going to be a penalty 5B in the centre of the ground in favour of UAE. They wanted it further, but it is just going to be from the centre. So Tommy Beresford standing over possession. Big shout out to all of the Cowdray ground staff as we stay here. This ground looking amazing despite the amount of rain that fell over the previous few days. And Tommy Beresford coming round. Chooses to hit it long first time round, looking to see if Bridget Bower can help at the front. She did take away a man just momentarily, which gives Monteverde the chance. Monteverde gives it to Lecao. Lecao sends it back to Monteverde. The 1-2 between the UAE players. And what a score. That is UAE at their best. Tommy Beresford, the big hitter, sends it long down the ground. Lecao got the cutest of little shots there to find Lucan Monteverde. And what a great neck shot that was by Monteverde. Just under 3 minutes to go here in this fourth chukker. Ball goes back in play. Monteverde beaten to it this time by Laborde. Laborde tried to give it to Del Carril, but he does get another chance. Use it, save the umpire, so Del Carril looks to get going. Oh, if he finds Beresford, which he does, UAE could be gone again. It was again defensive work being done by Monteverde, allowing Tommy Beresford the time to bring it up into the 60. Laborde just ushers Beresford out. He has to slow it down. Reaches out under the neck, sends it up. It was Bridget Bower who got the touch on the ball, but it just deflects into the middle. Good defensive work done by Laborde, turning it back round, and Del Carril is gone. It's Geronimo Del Carril for La Magdeleine. It's the green grass of lawns in front of a young Argentine Del Carril. Oh, he's left it behind. Can you believe it? As he was gone, it looked like it was going to be 6-all, but UAE, they're going to bring it back round, and Tommy Beresford has the overlap in front of him. He sends Monteverde on his way. Monteverde looking to get there in front of Fernandez Llorente. Monteverde, has he got the speed? No, Fernandez Llorente does, and Laborde will clear it away with the open backhand. Not a lot of distance on it. Tommy Beresford now picks it up. Beresford here for UAE, under pressure from Del Carril. Del Carril spins it back round, looking now for Santi Laborde. Laborde, good pressure there by Boa. Just forces Laborde to a standstill. To the right goes Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente calls for it, but the umpires blowing a whistle on the players. Laborde looked to hit it into space, but just found an opposition player. Again, as we've seen a couple of times, a little bit close to hit it with that kind of power. It was into the body of Boa, so it's going to be a close penalty here for UAE and a chance towards the end of his fourth chukker to put some daylight between the two sides. Beresford with the 40, plenty of power, plenty of height, you can't stop them, and UAE, they do have daylight between the two sides now, 7 goals to 5. Just over a minute remaining. UAE, we saw them in their first game of this Trippetts Challenge, playing against Talandrakis. Absolutely unplayable in the second half of that game. Lecau in particular came more and more into the game. We're seeing more of it out here on Lawrence ground number 2 as it's here now with Tommy Beresford. Beresford to the left-hand side of Laborde. Laborde got the backhand, turning onto it though again. It's Luca Monteverde, and Luca Monteverde thought about going, just chooses to stop. Beresford does go. Monteverde in between Del Carril and Fernandez Llorente, just trying to bite off more than he can chew, and turning it around now is Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente looks to go here for La Magdeleine. He stretches the horse out. It's Facundo Fernandez Llorente who's gone. Can he get there before the back line? Fernandez Llorente through the goal. What a score for La Magdeleine. And that's the sort of polo we saw from Fernandez Llorente in the opening exchanges of this contest. Able to steal it away there from Lucan Monteverde. Had a look round him, finished it off with the next shot. Fernandez Llorente, 7 goals to 6. Players make their way back to the centre of the ground. We'll see if there's time for one more play in this fourth chukker. And there does go the buzzer. So let's hear it again as both sides go off in change. UAE just for 1 goal out in front now, 7 goals to 6. La Magdeleine coming back into it. So welcome back here to Polo Line TV. Delighted to be bringing all of these games exclusively live for you, of course, across the high goal season here at Cowdray. UAE just getting their noses in front. They were down at the end of the third, but up at the end of the fourth. And you look there, La Magdeleine, Laborde having a chat there with Pepe Heggie, just giving his views on proceedings. Great to see all of these sides. They do come with a lot of firepower in their coaching teams. We've already seen over in the UAE tent the likes of Lucas Monteverde over there. But Santi Laborde making his way back out onto the field. Pepe Heggie, he doesn't look overly happy with life, you've got to say. Not quite sure that the team are doing what he's asking. And here was that last goal though. He would have been very happy with this one by Fernandez Llorente, running away right at the end. And a cute little neck shot to finish as well. Players then back in at the centre of the ground. 2 chuckers left. UAE, they lead and they have the ball with Luca Monteverde. Taking it all the way back into his own half here, Luca Monteverde. Confident play there in front of Del Carril and Laborde, actually it is. Laborde just forcing Luca Monteverde out still. Monteverde just reaches out. Now he does send it back to where he started on the halfway line. Del Carril with the near side. Lovely scoop there by Herod Del Carril, and they may have the overlap if they can go. It's Herod Del Carril in front of him, taken away Beresford. It's Fernandez Llorente. Herod Del Carril, surely this time, surely as he reaches behind, reaches in front, taps it through. Oh, what a stop! What a stop by Tommy Beresford. You hear the whistle go. That's because somehow Tommy Beresford reached out. The ball going through the goal, deflected it wide of the goalpost. Great defensive work there by Tommy Beresford. The crowd here was certain the goal was going to be scored. The flag was going to wave. The chance not yet over. They are going to have a safety 60, so 60 yards out in line with where the ball went out of play. But great defensive work there. Can Del Carril finish what he started? Del Carril, look at that, it's high and wide to the left. Del Carril put plenty of power. Just started to the left-hand side of the goalpost, and it finishes just to the left-hand side of the goalpost. So, Tommy Beresford, that amazing defensive play, he will get to come again. Beresford taps it. Coming towards him there is Fernandez Llorente. So he sends it out right. It was good work being done by the UAE players at the front, giving the space now for Lucan Monteverde, with no one close by, so it's still here now with Lucan. Lecao, Coulson played for left-hand side. He's going to pick it up now in front of Del Carril. Watch for Monteverde. Monteverde running down the centre of the ground for the time being. He points towards the goal. He wants the near side pass under the neck. He's asking a lot, and he doesn't quite get it. So instead, it comes in behind as Lecao takes it out towards the boards. Eventually, Monteverde does come, sweeping it up behind Lecao. Lucan Monteverde goes to the left-hand side, says see you later to Fernandez Llorente. Can't though get past Laborde, and then now comes Lecao. There is Laborde on the near side to bring it away, and the counter-attack could be on again here for La Magdeleine. Laborde on the near side, no one there but Tommy Beresford. Backs it back into action, but Del Carril picks it up. Del Carril, good play by Boa, just to make him think twice, as it's still here now with Del Carril. Down the centre of the ground goes Laborde. Gares staying close by, helping him out. Long drive down the ground by Del Carril, but watching the back door is Beresford again. Beresford, open backhand, sending Lecao on his way down the centre. Watch Monteverde to come in and take the ball away from his own teammate, and now look to go, and he just urges that pony on. It's Lucan Monteverde taking on Alexandre Gares. Gares coming back, keeping Monteverde honest. Oh, Monteverde looks to run through. The umpires didn't like that one as Gares just came in front of Lucan Monteverde. We'll have a look on the instant replay. The shot you see hit there by Monteverde. Gares saying that he was going back in a straight line. The umpires are going to have to decide what sort of angle was being ridden at there. So the umpires have third man Ben Turner in the stands just to give his view on that. It's about what kind of angle the ball was hit and what line Garesse was going back in. We'll see which way this one is going to go. No clue being given as of yet. So the umpires continuing just to explain to both sets of players what their decision is. So as the players crowd together, such a fine line. And it's gone in favour of La Magdeleine. So Lucan Monteverde, they say, did not have the rights to just go at a bit of a 45-degree angle. Garesse was going back straight, so it's been given against Lucan Monteverde. And it will be in favour of La Magdeleine. Big decision there from the umpires. As it's here now with Laborde. Laborde with the tap. Del Carril goes to the right. Laborde puts it exactly where Del Carril wants it, on the end of his stick in front of Beresford. Beresford watching as Del Carril scoops it to the left and then to the right again as the sun begins to shine here on Lord's Ground number 1. And look at Del Carril just urge it on. The horse has flattened it out and Del Carril is gone. Herod Del Carril, what a score this will be for La Magdeleine. Or has he put too much on it? It's Del Carril, it's wide left. Wide left by Herod Del Carril. What a sight that was as he just ran round the outside there, but he put too much on the approach shot and it goes wide to the left-hand side. And UAE, they survive that scare. Just heard the umpires blow the whistle. You'd imagine that could mean players are able to go off and change should they so wish. The full schedule now for the Queen's Cup has obviously been released for Queen's Cup starting on Tuesday up at Guards. These are, just to remind you, what the Trippetts Challenge is. The Trippetts Challenge gets played every year and it's all the Cowdray representatives playing for high goal season. So we will be hoping we'll be seeing the likes of these two in the latter stages, both at Guards and later on in the season in the British Open, the Gold Cup here at Cowdray Park. So Luca Monteverde making his way back on the field. Does so much work for his team last year. We've spoken a couple of times how he's come in more and more responsibility. Barto Castagnola, of course, the captain, the linchpin, the 10-goal player. No, 9 goals, I should say, sorry, in this side last year. The MVP in last year's British Open. Not part of a lineup this year, so Monteverde taking on more and more experience, and he seems to be absolutely thriving in it. So with the players now back on the field of play, will be UAE with the ball on the back line. What a run that was by Del Carril. Tommy Beresford captains this UAE side so well, and great to see him becoming a real figure in the Argentine high goal circuit as well. The player from England. As it's here with Monteverde. Monteverde didn't quite get clean connection on it. It does stay in play. Del Carril though. Ooh, the umpires. An early loud whistle on the play there. Both sides are going to have a look round. Little bemused there. Shrug of the shoulders of Del Carril. You see Monteverde just came in. And it looks like Monteverde has been shown a yellow card there. You would imagine there was a warning given to him in the way that that foul in the last period of play was given. He was just rode a little bit too much effort into Del Carril. So a warning for Lucan Monteverde. The yellow card is given for dangerous riding. All of these rules, of course, about safety of players, but more importantly, the horses. So that will be that for warnings for the young Monteverde. And it's going to be a penalty too, a harsh penalty, tough penalty given against Lucan Monteverde. Del Carril with a 40-yard penalty, but it's wide to the left-hand side. That's about his 4 last attempts have just snuck wide of that left-hand goalpost, Del Carril. So they remain 7-6 behind. Tommy Beresford brings the ball into play. Luca Monteverde goes out to the right. Watching him closely there is Santi Laborde there, and Laborde will get here with time. Called for the tail backhand by Fernandez Llorente. Now Fernandez Llorente turns and faces Tommy Beresford. He's about 80 yards out from goal. Fernandez Llorente says, I'm going to have a go, but he also has done the same and sent it wide of that left-hand goalpost, living a charmed life, this UAE goal for the time being. And they will come again. I'll tell you what, the UAE, they won't be too happy about the way they're being pegged back inside their own areas in this fifth and penultimate chukker, so instead they go out left this time, finding Luca Monteverde on the run. Monteverde looking to run. Oh, Lord, a shot down the ground by Luca Monteverde, going back to the polo that they play best at, and is found Teo Lecao with the cut shot, looking to put Luca Monteverde back in, and it's Monteverde, and there's a lot of effort behind that one. Luca Monteverde, what a score, and that, as we have seen a couple of times, is why this UAE side is so strong. Lecao, most players would have thought about going for the goal shot. He knew exactly where Luca Monteverde was going to be. Put it on the end of his stick, put it in his path, and Monteverde did the rest. Plenty of gumption on that final shot. 8-6 UAE lead. Players back in the centre. Ball goes in play. Here now on the near side is Laborde. Laborde bringing it away for La Magdeleine. Tommy Beresford reaches out. The umpire's happy for play to continue, and Beresford will eventually pick it up as Laborde didn't quite read the bounce of the ball. Lecao runs down the ground, stretching the play, but they're stopped before they go. But the umpires say there that they came in front of Tommy Beresford. There were a couple of La Magdeleine players surrounding Tommy Beresford as he looked to go. He just tapped it right. And the penalty given against La Magdeleine. Umpires again just explaining to the players, seeing a fair amount of whistle in this game, especially compared to the earlier game today. But plenty of running. Polo to enjoy as well. So Tommy Beresford gets the chance to start another wave of UAE pressure. Tommy Beresford, look at the height he's found on that shot. It's the little pitching wedge shot down the ground by Beresford, but it didn't quite find the player, and it's backed away by Del Carril again, looking to send Laborde on his way, but instead it's going to be here with Fernandez Llorente. A little bit further back, but still in good position as Fernandez Llorente takes it up, has a look in front of him. No runners for the time being, so now Del Carril does make ways up the ground. Del Carril now, his side could really do with a goal before the end of this fifth chukker. As it's here now with Del Carril taking on Tommy Beresford. Beresford's got to be clever as the umpires say move away, as it's Del Carril just reaches behind. He's going to have to spin back round. He's got Monteverde coming in as well as the umpires. Once again, ever enthusiastic, Luca Monteverde. Called to a stop. He just got underneath there. Del Carril as he brought play to a stop. Coming from behind, and it's going to be a close penalty in favour of La Magdeleine. And with what could well be the last action of this fifth chukker, it's going to be a 40-yard penalty in favour of the blue and gold, the French, La Magdeleine. So Del Carril, we've seen him go wide with a couple of penalties in this game. He's going to keep up, and it's going to be a 40-yard penalty. Let's see what he can do for La Magdeleine. Del Carril with a 40-yard penalty. No mistake at all this time. The goal is scored, and there's just one goal separating these two sides. We will have time, it seems, for one more piece of action in this fifth chukker. But anybody's game at this time. Players in the centre. Ball goes in play. It's at the front of the line out, and it's with Laborde. Laborde running away from Monteverde. Laborde, he's gone. This time he does pick up the bounce of the ball. Look how he just slows it down. Gives himself a bit of time. Monteverde went flying by. So it's Laborde still, and Laborde's tied us up. What a score that was by Santi Laborde. I thought he was going to race Monteverde for speed. Instead, he just pulled it for a stop. Stopped the goal. And ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again. The end of the fifth chukker. And we're all tied up. One left in this Trippetts Challenge game. It's 8 goals all. So that goal by by Laborde brings us level. UAE 8, La Magdeleine 8. Won anybody's game here on Polo Line TV.
Welcome here to Chantilly in France for the long-awaited final of the First Nations Cup. Our finals here are between France Paca and Korea.
So we are back on Polo Line TV. Once again, do let us know as we approach these final stages of this game exactly what you think. La Magdeleine, a great chukker there, bringing us back level. 2 quick goals towards the end. You see, they started it 7-6 down, and they bring it out 8 goals apiece. Tommy Beresford, such a great captain. Again, a local player developing year after year. Great to see him, having won his first Gold Cup last season. Linchpin of this UAE side. Not only here in England, but all the polo they play around the world as well. Him and Lukin. So the game is going to come down to the final chukker. 8 goals all. If we are all tied up at the end of a chukker, we do, of course, go into extra time. I would not put that scenario out the equation. Marques de Riscal convincing winners earlier on in the day in their game against White Crane, who is going to join them with a victory. Both these sides winners of their opening games as well. The final of this tournament is on Monday as it's here now with Lucan Monteverde. Monteverde brings it into a little bit of space out to the left. Tommy Beresford taking away Laborde, who stays close, still here now with Lucan Monteverde. Monteverde opens it up long, down the centre of ground, looking to see if he can find Tommy Beresford on the run. Beresford overridden out the play, but he is going to get there now in front of Laborde. Laborde still putting on the pressure. Fernandez Llorente with the backhand to find Del Carril, and Del Carril slows it back down again. Sensible play by the young 8-goal player from Argentina, Geronimo Del Carril. Taps it up now towards Lecao. puts plenty on it. It will just stay in play, but Monteverde is able to beat Fernandez Llorente. Monteverde takes it across again his own goal. Called off the play by Tommy Beresford. Beresford just put some coolness on proceedings now as Beresford. He sends it out left. Has he put too much on that one? No, that one also stays in play. Big bump and a ride off by Lecao against Del Carril, and he just now spins the horse round to give himself the line. Out blue is a call by the umpires, so they have to concede now to Lucan Monteverde. Monteverde still chasing hard. There is Del Carril as Monteverde goes right, left, right again. Underneath the pony of Beresford, underneath the pony of Fernandez Llorente, causing dizziness out there, and now he does send it long. Lucan Monteverde, what a play, what a player. It's Lecao to finish it off, but that was all about Lucan Monteverde. What a play. The crowd here sound their appreciation. You could not take your eyes off that ball as he just danced round the La Magdeleine defence, and Lecao did the rest. 9-8 UAE lead. But what a score that was. Lucan Monteverde. So here we go again. Picking it up now is Del Carril, giving it to Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente has a look in front of him. He's now got to beat Lecao. Lecao at the moment has a winning goal underneath his name as it's sent out right, looking for Del Carril again. Del Carril just in between Monteverde, sends it long towards the goal, but it's that left-hand side of the goalpost again for Del Carril, so it stays 9-8. Plenty of time left in this one. You'd think we'll have another minute or so before the umpires allow players to go off and change one more time. And it's going to be Tommy Beresford on the back line here for UAE. Sends it out left, looking for Monteverde. Monteverde picks it up. Again, Lecao stretching the play up the front, calling for the pass. Fernandez Llorente tried to make life difficult there for Monteverde, but he keeps it, scoops it back. He dances again around Fernandez Llorente. Lucan Monteverde, he will claim he left it on purpose. It's Tommy Beresford coming through. Tommy Beresford will leave it again for Monteverde. Lucan Monteverde will pick it up. When he's in this kind of mood, there's not a lot you can do. He sends a pass down the ground. Bridget Boa has a look behind her. She doesn't quite have enough space to get the play, so now they spin it back round as it's La Magdeleine with Fernandez Llorente. In front of him is Laborde. Behind him is Del Carril. It's still here, though, with Fernandez Llorente. Beresford reaches out, gets the hook as it falls now for Del Carril and Lecao to fight it out. Monteverde came in for a go, but they've all left it for Santi Laborde. Laborde gives it back to Del Carril. In between now, Monteverde and a whole gap have got stuck behind them and finds Fernandez Llorente. Fernandez Llorente round the outside of Monteverde. It's getting very scrappy out there as both sides fight for any kind of an inch. And as Fernandez Llorente again comes in Lecao. Lecao turns it round, just hits it anywhere and hopes that Boa may get there. Boa now looking to run there for UAE. She can't quite get round. Boa, of course, coming in today in place of Her Highness Sheikha Meta. And I think Monteverde may well have drawn the whistles of the umpires. And the umpires, they will let players go off and change, and we will come back, and it will be a penalty in favour of La Magdeleine. 2.5 minutes left in this Sikfchaka. So as the players come back out onto the ground, the ball has been placed on the 60-yard spot. It's a big chance here. So it will be Del Carril for La Magdeleine. Del Carril, again, the height is good. He's been listening to us. He aimed right and he's gone too far right. So still UAE maintain that 1-goal lead. Just over 2.5 minutes to go. Tommy Beresford brings the ball back in. Your reigning British Open Gold Cup champions, UAE. Send it out left now, looking for Monteverde. Monteverde, that moment of magic we saw to put themselves in front. And now this time he's looking to run. It's Luca Monteverde. He's gone. He reaches out in front, just leaves the ball behind, though. And it's going to fall now for Fernandez Llorente in front of Lecao. Lecao spins round. Doesn't make life easy for Fernandez Llorente, but he goes further still. Fernandez Llorente slows it down. He's looking for any kind of support that he may get, and he's got it in the form of Laborde. Laborde calls for a pass. Laborde gets the pass. The umpire's happy with the space. It's Laborde in front of Monteverde. Monteverde coming back. It's great defensive work, and it's finished away there by Teo Lecao to bring it back round for his side. And it's going to be Luca Monteverde just slowing the ball down now on the boards. Looked to send it long, but he kept it short. And it now is Monteverde. The umpires, I think, have given this one against the blue shirts of La Magdeleine. They're just going to have a chat to make sure they do agree. It was Del Carril just getting across the line there of Luca Monteverde as he came through. So 2 minutes just under. 1 goal separating the sides. We saw at the end of the last chukker, La Magdeleine scored 2 goals in the space for a minute, so do not think this one is over by a long shot, but it's going to go up, and it looks like it's going to be a 60-yard penalty. So big chance here for the white shirts of UAE to put themselves 2 goals in front. Tommy Beresford will come round and take this penalty. Beresford with the striker. That one goes through the centre of the goal. What a penalty that is by Tommy Beresford. And you hear the crowd on the far side cheer on the local player, Tommy Beresford. UAE lead the game 10 goals to 8 and is at the nail in the coffin of La Magdaleine's chances in this contest. About a minute and a half to go here. 2 goals separate the sides. They need to win this line out, perhaps get a penalty and give themselves any chance in this game. La Magdeleine, they've done the first part, they've won the line-up, but no one had gone up for the parts. It's Luca Monteverde all on his own here in defence, and you'd imagine he's going to want to play keep ball here for a little bit as he now sends it out to the left-hand side, looking for Lecao. It's stopped there by Del Carril. Del Carril, oh, look at that by Bridget Boa. Boa picks it up and gives it to Tommy Beresford. Beresford sends it long down the ground. Territory time, both of them in his favour as he sees now Fernandez Llorente coming onto a play. Fernandez Llorente, we are now into the final minute of play as Fernandez Llorente. They need a minor miracle now, this team in blue and gold, as Del Carril just got stuck in the divots behind him. Still has control of the play. Del Carril has a look out in front of him. He's got Fernandez Llorente on the run. Couldn't read the bounce of the ball this time round. There will be Monteverde being pushed every step away. Saw the determination there on the face of Laborde, but the pass only goes as far as Lecao with the tail backhand. There is Del Carril. Del Carril finding Laborde. Neither of them get much on it though, so it's Monteverde to bring it round under the stick of Del Carril. The confidence of a young player. Monteverde once again sends it for Tommy Beresford. Tommy Beresford, does he fancy the cut shot? It's too little, too late for La Magdeleine. They won't come back. 10 goals to 8. UAE run out the winners in the second game of the Trippetts Challenge. Let's give a big round of applause to both sets of players. What a performance it was, but it is your reigning British Open champions, UAE, who take home the victory to follow Marques de Riscal earlier on today. Please do check out the website, the Cowdray website, Polo Line, the Polo Line TV app as well, to check out exactly what the schedule of play looks like on Monday for the final. But from all of us here at Cowdray, live at the stadium, thanks as well to those watching on Polo Line TV, and we look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. So having a look at the score progression on the game, if you are hanging around here on Polo Line TV, you see there, it just looked like in the second half, UAE began to run away with it, and that's exactly what they did. They got their noses out in front at the end of the fourth, tied up at the end of the fifth, but then 2 unanswered goals in the sixth and final chukker. UAE secured the victory, and what a performance it was by Lucan Monteverde, as well as the other members of that side. Tommy Beresford, Taylor Cow gets better and better with every game we see. Likewise, Bridget Bower coming in again for Her Highness Sheikha Meta in this game. What an opportunity it is for Bridget Bower to come into the side that won this Gold Cup last year, and they get their second victory to back up that we saw against Talandrakis in the opening game. So as we have a look here at the stats of the game as it went. 6 field goals for UAE to go with 4 out of 4 penalties. 5 field goals for La Magdeleine. A couple of penalties, and how crucial those were being missed. Pretty even in terms of fouls committed. 11 by La Magdeleine, 10 by UAE. And then that 1 yellow card we saw as well to Lucan Monteverde. Just going to wait and see now. We will also get some of the best goals of the game out here, and there were some amazing goals to enjoy as well. All of these will be available as highlights on the Polo Line TV app for you to enjoy as well. But we saw plenty of it. Del Carril, what a player Del Carril is. Again, he gets better and better every year. There's young players in the final a couple of years ago. Fernandez Llorente was the hot name in the game last year. His first season last year with La Magdeleine in the high goal. Back here with them this year. And as you saw, some of the polo by UAE was spectacular. That goal there, you saw the touches between Lecao, Beresford and Lucan Monteverde finishing that one off. This one for La Magdeleine, hit by long distance down the ground for Del Carril to finish it off as well. And you just wonder, as we see that pass there, looking for Lecao. That was the goal that ultimately put them out in front after that wondrous stick work by this player right here, Lucan Monteverde. What a player he had. As we look at him going back into the tent, taking the celebration for the day. They will be going into the Queen's Cup, no doubt, as one of the fancy teams next week. All of the news about that tournament can be seen on Polo Line as well. But from all of us here today, we will leave you with the shots of Lucan Monteverde in the tent. What a player, what a young player he is. And we look forward to seeing you here on Polo Line TV on Monday for the final.